All right, everyone. So I have a video here that I was asked to react to from a channel called Samoa Gaming. And apparently, this video has proof that Sakura is not useless. Now, I'm not familiar with this channel, so I don't know what to expect. Let's go ahead and watch this, and I guess we'll see. But before we do, guys, as always, if you like what you see here, if you want to support my content, please remember to hit the like button, share this video, subscribe if you haven't, make sure to hit the bell for notifications, leave a comment with your thoughts, and also remember to check out the description for links to this video, as well as links to, or excuse me, a link to Samoa Gaming's channel, so you can head on over there and watch, their other videos, and make sure to subscribe to them and show them some support. So. And do that with other content creators we react to here on this channel. So let's go ahead and watch this.
So here on the internet, we have things called memes.
Right. Yes, we do.
Weird memes, or downright unfunny memes. But the memes I will not stand for are untruthful memes, such as Sakura's useless.
Okay.
Today, guys, I'm gonna walk you through something, and this something is called enlightenment. Because out of my many years of doing YouTube, I have never once uttered the words that Sakura Haruno is useless.
Now, the thing that I will say on this whole thing, Sakura being useless, while it is true there were moments where she was useless, probably the most infamous one is, at least in my opinion, during the Fourth Shinobi War, when Obito asked her to destroy his Rinnegan, and she didn't do it. For some reason she was hesitating. I don't know why. I mean, in the anime it's actually a lot worse because they keep cutting back to her and she's not doing it, but in the manga it's pretty quick. So at least in the manga you could say that, oh, she was about to, but Madara, he took Kakashi's eye, and that's where Kishimoto completely forgot how Kamui works, and he had Kakashi, or he had Kakashi's eye, and he used it to put himself into the Kamui dimension, even though that's not how that eye works. But whatever. And it looked like it happened a lot quicker in the manga than it did in the anime. In the anime it actually looks a lot worse, and I think that most people know Naruto from the anime. Same thing with Dragon Ball, Bleach, whatever. People mostly know from the anime. They don't actually go and read the manga, so they don't know. So yeah, that for me is probably the most infamous moment where it helps the whole Sakura's useless argument. But if you think about it, she's not useless. She has a lot of useful abilities. She's one of the most well-known medical ninjas in the entire world, and she's definitely stronger than any of them. She can definitely hold her own in a fight. And we're not going to get into the whole Sakura Kaguya whatever thing, because that's it's an insane debate, and it could go on for a long time. But yeah, so just wanted to put my 2 cents on the whole whether Sakura is useless or not. I don't think she's useless. There are moments where she was made useless. I think it was mostly just for the plot, because Kishimoto needed Madara to have his second Rinnegan, and it would have been pretty bad if Sakura destroyed it. So I guess he had her hesitate for some reason, and a lot of people have theorized that in Boruto. So I guess, sorry, this is a bit of a spoiler for Boruto if you don't know. A lot of people have theorized that, him writing, Borushiki destroying Sasuke's Rinnegan was sort of, like a bit of a callback to that moment, because a lot of people kept saying, like, why didn't you do it? Why did you do it? And then, conveniently, both Obito and Sasuke had Rinnegan in the same eye, like their left eye. And this time he did do it, as opposed to before where he didn't have Sakura do it. Now, I don't know if that's the motivation. It's just a theory, like a fan theory, whatever. So maybe it's not true. Maybe Kishimoto just, like, he had another reason, because Momoshiki himself said that I've blocked your space-time ninjutsu, now you can't use it to get out of here or whatever. And also, like, I guess Sasuke's ability to switch places with people is kind of difficult to deal with, because no matter how powerful you are, you can't resist it. I mean, even Ishiki couldn't do anything against it, and he was way stronger than Sasuke. So yeah, sorry, I went on a long tangent for all that, so let's go ahead.
You all need to understand that Hinata doesn't deserve Naruto. My queen does. It would
No, she doesn't.
make sense if best girl gets with the main character, right? Sure, she has made some mistakes in the past,
Some?
which inevitably led us to a few additional episodes. But as humans, we all make mistakes. Yes, anime girls are real. So anyways, what we will be doing today is debunking this video here. Proof Sakura is useless. Uploaded 2 years ago, and it looks like there are 95,000 people in this world who
So I don't know if you guys want me to watch this video also after this. I guess let me know in the comments.
Like a functioning brain. And hopefully with this video, you won't end up like these people and learn to understand the greatness that is my queen, Sakura Haruno. Because she's not just my favorite character in Naruto, she's my favorite character of all time. And you too will be saying the same once this enlightenment session is over.
Okay, I think I know what kind of video this is. Okay.
We could see Sakura going in for a flank, and as a result, she gets wrecked by this dude's feet. But if you run the clip back and look at the clip very closely, it was not my queen's fault. In fact, it was actually Sai. Because towards the beginning of this clip, you can see that Sakura and Sai had an organized combo attack set in motion, looking at how they go on the offensive in sync aside one another. But as you can see right here, Sai whiffs his kick, which ultimately leads into Sakura's demise. So for those saying that Sakura...
I get it. Okay, hold on. Okay, wait, I'm sorry. I gotta be honest, I couldn't wait.
Going in for a flank, and as a result, she gets wrecked by this dude's feet.
I gotta be honest, I completely forgot about this.
But if you run the clip back and look at the clip very closely, it was not my queen's fault. In fact, it was actually Sai. Because towards the beginning of this video, Sakura and Sai had an organized combo attack set in motion, looking at how they go on the offensive in sync aside one another. But as you can see right here, Sai whiffs his kick, which ultimately leads into Sakura's demise. So for those in this clip, that is absolutely ignorant of you. Because looking at the composition of this combo attack, Sakura's responsibility was taking out this red-haired bitch right here, and Sai's job was this white-haired dude. But he really had to miss. He really had to miss. And as a result, my queen got hurt. What a shame. And then to end this clip, we got Naruto asking if she's okay. But with her being a 200 IQ analytical shinobi, she doesn't reply with, yeah, I'm okay. Instead, she analyzes the threat, saying that they're hitting Cloud Shinobi based off their weapons.
Yeah, no shit.
This video had the audacity to put in text, duh, oh really? Shame on you. So this first clip was 110% Sai's fault from an objective standpoint, and if you disagree, you're smoking crack. So now bringing up the next clip. We got Sakura trying to save the main character from a random ass girl, and I believe this is a filler episode, and filler episodes as evidence? Like, come on, man. But anyway, Sakura sees that Naruto's in danger, right? And so she tries to jump in and save him, but as a result, she gets absolutely rocked. Quite literally. And that's where the clip ends. Now, running the clip back for analytical purposes, as a main character, you are obligated to beat any threat. Like, you're OP. You're OP. You should beat anyone. So, to be in a
not necessarily,
like that,
no.
Embarrassing. Second, where the f was Yamato? Or should I say bootleg Hashirama Senju? Oh, that's right. His ass was on the sideline just watching. He was spectating. And all he really did in this clip was catch Sakura. So, if anything, it was Yamato's fault they couldn't rescue Naruto. Because Sakura went in as a diversion, you know? And Yamato could have taken that moment to find an opening, but no. This man got Genin level battle sense, man. He just sat there and watched. So was this clip solid evidence that Sakura was useless? I think not. Which now brings us to our next clip with Naruto and Sasuke as kids about to clash with their deadly Rasengan and Chidori. Like, man, they really could have killed each other. But right here, you can see Sakura is trying to intervene with this clash. Not sure if throwing your body in front of these two attacks is a good idea, but, you know, at least she tried something. But
it's not.
Anything, Kakashi-sensei comes in clutch and saves the day. So to be honest, this clip doesn't really show anything except for the fact that Kakashi is fast as fuck. And the editor actually follows up with putting text on the screen saying, the bitch is still running, facepalm emoji. Well, if you look at the clip closely, it was actually slowed down at 14.2% speed, meaning that there is no being capable of keeping up with such speed except for the elite shinobi, such as Kakashi, and Minato, and the Raikage.
And
you know, just, yeah, the OP people. And of course, with Team 7 being Genin at the time, not even Naruto and Sasuke are capable with keeping up with Kakashi's speed. So this clip right here doesn't do any justice with showing why Sakura is useless. It actually more so just flexes that Kakashi's a badass. So thanks for that, I guess. So now moving to the next clip, we got Sakura in a position which could have potentially helped end the 4th Great Ninja War. And all she had to do was stab the fucking eye. But little did she know, Madara stole Kakashi's eye and was on his way to the Kamui's dimension. And there really wasn't anything Sakura could have done in that situation. Because if you really think about it, Madara moves at the speed of light, which I'm actually quite surprised Obito reacted fast enough to teleport her out of that dimension. But anyways, with how fast Madara was moving right there, I'm sure Sakura would have been killed before she had the opportunity to stab the eye. And sure,
again, I already talked about this. It looks better in the manga than it does in the anime, but yeah, no, still it's still it still should have happened. I mean, the second he said destroy my Rinnegan, Sakura shouldn't have even needed to think about it. She's like, oh, I have a chance to weaken a possible enemy, so yeah, bye. Like, she shouldn't have even needed to think about it. And why is she holding the kunai like this? Like, you're a medical ninja. You're used to using scalpels for surgery, and yet you need to hold a knife like this?
Got there. But what you all need to understand is where's all the fun if you don't do a little trolling? And that's what I really appreciate about Sakura's character. Because without her trolling, Naruto Shippuden would have ended way sooner than it did. So can we all take a moment to thank Sakura for her valiant efforts? And so now moving on to the next clip, we got
honestly, if she had done that, then it means Kaguya never would have happened. So it's honestly kind of Sakura's fault that Kaguya happened. So yeah, Sakura officially worst character.
Sakura unleashing her 100 healing jutsu, and shortly after running directly into Madara. But before doing so, she clearly states, I'll be the diversion, follow me. So basically her plan was to give an opening to Naruto and Sasuke, which following this, Naruto and Sasuke failed to do any damage whatsoever and wasted the diversion. So looking at it from an objective standpoint, Naruto and Sasuke are the useless ones in this situation. Sakura's intention was to distract Madara, and all they had to do was attack. But they're too weak. They're just a bunch of scrubs. Weakest main characters in Shonen Jump right here, fellas. And then following this failed combo attack attempt, the clip cuts to the part where Sakura says, Sasuke-kun isn't even concerned about me. Well, of course, because his ass is probably too embarrassed to face you. Don't worry, my queen. You did your best. It was 100% their fault for being too weak. They really had hundreds of...
By the way, I know I'm not meant to take this video seriously. I know, but this did kind of piss me off because it's like, lady, the world is at stake. Forget the romance for just 2 seconds. Okay, just Jesus Christ.
Cuts to the part where Sakura says, Sasuke-kun isn't even concerned about me. Well, of course, because his ass is probably too embarrassed to... It was 100% their fault for being too weak. They really had hundreds of episodes to get stronger, and they couldn't even put a dent in him. And to make matters worse, their asses got flicked. So moving forward without a single form of evidence that Sakura is useless, we got this clip of Sakura running towards Naruto after losing control of his Jinchuriki powers. And can we all take a moment to ask where this dude watches his anime from? It got a whole ass AP logo slapped on there with 100% opacity. Like, if you're gonna do that, at least make it bigger. But returning to the clip, we got Sakura running towards Naruto with the intentions of saving him. Because in anime, it's a very popular trend with the power of friendship that could solve anything. And so she tries to
not here, no.
As a result, gets
that's one of the things that I like about Naruto, is that there's no power of friendship bullshit power-ups.
Now in this situation, people are very quick to say that Sakura's being useless again. But what I see is how Yamato waited for Sakura to get slapped before actually restraining him. So once again,
I mean, this one I can kind of forgive because it is the Nine Tails, so I mean, not really anyone could have done anything, so I can forgive this one.
we got Yamato acting slow again. And if you really want to play the blame game, why couldn't Naruto just learn to control himself? Like, why couldn't he just stop being emotional? I'm pretty sure if he didn't get emotional over everything, I doubt his QB mode would be going out of whack like this right here. So once again, my queen is safe. And so now we move on to this next clip with Uchiha 5.0 slapped on the bottom right. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything about that because I believe I'm
just ignore it, dude.
Never make fun of anyone with watermarks in their clips. So anyways, here's the clip with Sakura
I mean,
to kill Sasuke. Because at this point in the story, Sasuke has certainly lost his marbles. And someone had to stop him. And to really show her resolve, she goes on this mission alone. After knocking out Kiba, Lee, and Sai, who actually wanted to accompany her. But let's be real here, guys. They only would have gotten in the way. So as you can see in this clip, things don't go as planned. And she nearly gets the Rin treatment. But luckily, in a blink of an eye, Kakashi comes in clutch. Once again, flexing his speed. So in Sakura's defense here, the dude was crazy. Like, they were literally just having a nice negotiation, and out of nowhere,
why did she turn her back to him? It's like, you know, this dude, again, this was dumb. Like, she should have known it was probably not, like, at least stand on the other side so you have a clear view of him. Like, why turn your back to him?
He equips his Black Air Forces and goes for the kill. So what this clip showed is that Sasuke likes to go for cheap shots. Not cool, man. Not cool. And on top of that, he broke shonen etiquette. When you fight someone in a shonen anime, you're supposed to declare when the fight starts. But the man really said, F the rules.
Yeah, no, this was...
Anyways, this clip really just showed that Sasuke's crazy and nothing more. However, in this next clip where Sakura had the opportunity to stab Sasuke and whiffs it, that could have been her fault. Or it may seem like that. At first glance, it may seem like she was hesitant on stabbing Sasuke. And you can see that she's struggling to move her kunai. But what if Shikamaru was at the scene and used Shadow Possession Jutsu on her and tried to get her killed because he's a Sakura hater just like you guys. I am not delusional, guys.
Honestly, if that happened, I would have liked Shikamaru a lot more, if I'm being honest.
I am just spitting facts here because let's think logically here. Why why would Sakura hesitate to kill Sasuke? Because she's useless? Absolutely not.
Yes.
The steps she took to get to this point,
A little bit, not.
her own teammates, and even confessing her love to Naruto. Why didn't you say yes, damn it? You all need to understand that she already made up her mind, and it's very apparent with those actions alone. So there must have been an external force holding her back from actually killing Sasuke. And the first technique slash jutsu that comes to mind when it comes to restraining movement is the shadow possession technique, which is a technique that the Nara clan specializes in. Which, rewinding 13 episodes back, the last Nara she came in contact with was Shikamaru, meaning that she must have said something that really pissed him off in that tent for him to go out of his way to follow her and tail her all the way here and try to assassinate her. Because we all know Shikamaru, everything's a drag. But what she probably said to him was like, yo, I'm best girl, which isn't too far from the truth. And then he was like, yo, Tamari's best girl, I'm gonna kill you. And so right here, he uses his shadow possession jutsu and tries to get Sasuke to kill her to prevent any suspicions of him actually killing her. So the final verdict of this clip is, we don't know what happened here. That assassination attempt is certainly a possibility. It's really hard to say because Kishimoto never really confirmed it, but it's definitely up in the air. So once again, I just want to mention that I'm not delusional. And let's move on to the next clip, which the dude decides to show Sakura trolling again. I don't know why, but I guess that's cool. But actually, this time he puts a caption about Rin being a medical ninja and doing like an eye transplant. But I'm really not seeing any correlation because Sakura just had to stab an eye, not do a transplant. So either there is no
Yeah, and Rin was a lot younger when she did it, and she's older and has more experience. So also the Rinnegan's drawn a little bit weird here, the circles.
between the destruction of an eye and a transplant, or I'm just stupid. But anyways, moving on to the next clip, we got Sasuke using his Rinnegan on my queen and puts her in a genjutsu of her getting rinned. And with that clip, it concludes the video. How the fuck did that show that she was useless? So yeah, I think everything in that video was
I
completely
think that was just for fun.
utter bogus. There was no actual proof that Sakura's useless. As you've seen in this video, I debunked everything in it. What a waste of time. But luckily with me doing this, you can all now see that Sakura's not as useless as many perceive her to be. In fact, it's become blatantly clear that she's probably a more useful character than Naruto throughout the entirety of the series. Like, how are you gonna die as the main character? And guess who was nice enough to keep you alive? That is right, none other than my queen. And you still had the audacity to not marry her. So anyways, with the majority of the evidence in that video, it's very clear that most of her downfall was caused from the people around her. Like Walmart Hashirama and Great Value Sasuke. And occasionally from time to time, she does do a little trolling, which I'm sure we can all agree that's fine, because where's the fun in Naruto Shippuden without its back-to-back weeks of filler episodes? So overall, with this video debunked, you can now hopefully see that this beautiful goddess is a strong and independent woman who knows how to heal and knows how to fight. A good example of her fighting is her match with Ino in the tuning exams. You can see that her taijutsu is clearly above average, and it may even be on par with someone like Rock Lee. And this is pre-time skip Sakura we're talking about. If we're talking about post-time skip after she got trained by Tsunade, whew, you really don't want to mess with her at that point. Many clowned her for when she said she caught up to Naruto and Sasuke in terms of power in the 4th Great Ninja War. But what you all need to understand is that she did. Because a feat many people overlooked from the war is when she did this. She took down a white Zetsu. And you all are saying she's useless after that. Wow. So anyways, I hope you all found this video very informative. And to those people who initially thought Sakura was useless, I hope this video helped enlighten you to the fact that you're wrong. And with doing so, you can see the light and the divine greatness that is my queen, Sakura Haruno.
Okay, so that's the video. Okay, so this was good. This was good. I can see why it was recommended. But yeah, look, yeah, I said it in the at the beginning of the video, or near the beginning of the video. Look, the whole Sakura's useless thing, it's been going on for a while now, and I've, as I said, she's not the most useless character. She's not. But and I think we did react to a video, one of the first few videos that I reacted to here on this channel by Swag, I think if I remember correctly, yeah. Where they talked about why people hate Sakura and all of that stuff. And even in that video, I think it's been a while since I've seen it. Even in that video, they kind of like he kind of admits that like Sakura's not the most useless character. She's not. She has a lot of uses. She's incredibly strong. She's got the strength of 100 seals. She has insane chakra control. She's one of the best medical ninja on the planet. The problem is that it's just that. And this is mostly on Kishimoto, if we're being honest, because there are a lot of times where he has a chance to make her, look good, but doesn't. And then you got to remember that she was a main character along with Naruto and Sasuke. And it's just that when you compare her to those two characters and everything that they did, you see her as kind of lacking. You know what I mean? Like it's just hard to it's hard to it's hard it's a little difficult to, you know, not see her as being useless, you know what I mean? So yeah, those are just my thoughts on that. So this was a pretty good video. Again, I can see why it was recommended. It's pretty funny. If you've got other videos like this, guys, please don't hesitate to recommend them to me. And if you have any other, you know, video recommendations, just let me know about them in the comment section down below. Remember to leave a like, guys. Share this video, subscribe if you haven't. Make sure to hit the bell for notifications. Check the description for links to this video as well as Samoa Gaming's channel. And make sure to check out my next reaction. Bye for now.